after that first quiz on the first mission, you're going to move right into 3D essentials. There are 4 tutorials for you to complete on this one, as well as the more things to try and a quiz. So the first one is called Add Furniture to the Kids' Room. So you can find that here. There it is. All right, so in this one, the scene that they start you out in is completely empty. Here, we'll go ahead and watch the overview for that. Overview for the whole mission. Space.
In 3D Essentials, you'll dive into 3D creation in Unity. With Unity, you can create vast, fantastical 3D environments, precise hyper-realistic simulations, and anything in between. In these tutorials, your goal is to design a kid's bedroom, complete with a bouncing ball that knocks over a tower of blocks. First, you'll add 3D objects to customize your scene, solidifying your 3D navigation and object positioning skills. Then, you'll create a bouncing ball. It'll start as a simple primitive gray sphere, but you'll learn how to create new materials and give it some color. Then you'll bring that ball to life in Unity's physics engine. You'll learn about prefabs when you create a tower of building blocks, which can be easily reused in your scene. Finally, you'll get the background and lighting just right, then use camera techniques to capture the perfect shot of the action. By the end, you'll have a solid foundation in 3D creation, which is critical for creating any project in Unity. Now, let's bring this room to life in Unity.
All right. Yeah, so the first tutorial is called Make a Bouncy Ball, and that is literally just creating a sphere object, giving it a material, and giving it a rigid body, which allows it to interact with the physics engine. Moving on. The next one's called Make a Tower of Prefab Blocks, and as he just explained, you're going to create a cube object that's sort of like taller, so it's almost like a domino, and then you're going to make it into what's called a prefab. And a prefab is just a pre-configured game object, so you can have it contain any component or aspect that you want to then be duplicated as many times as you want in the scene with all those things still intact. So not only learning how to stack these blocks up and interact with the rest of the physics, but learning how valuable making a prefab in Unity is. Okay, so I have an embedded version of mine right in the assignment for this, but the next one is called Adjust the Lights, Background, and Camera Angle. So that's where you're just getting your camera set up exactly how you want it to show when you hit play. And you're also going to decorate the room a little more, change the lighting and the background. So this is my completed version here. Okay. Also have a direct link to that on modules. It's just called Bouncy Blocks. Okay, I've got a few other examples on here. Like this was a version I did for the Unity Essentials that was out before this. Kind of the same sort of thing, setting up a ball to fall and interact with things with physics. You can check that one out too. Also, I'll say on this one, the Unity Essentials, it says the floor is lava V2. The first person that can show me a win screen on this game, I will give you a free 100 to replace your lowest grade. I'll repeat that. On the modules, the link that says Mr. Brooks's version of the challenge, the floor is lava, right here. The first person that can show me a win screen for that gets a 100 to replace their lowest grade. Okay. Under the 3D, more things to try. We're almost through it, guys. Thank you for your patience. Okay. The first challenge was to make a perfect block tower with vertex snapping. So this teaches you another technique of how to snap objects to each other using a hotkey for vertex snapping. You can see I'm doing that there. That way you can perfectly stack objects on top of each other without being slightly off. Second one was added different shaped prefab blocks. So you can, of course, add cylinders, any other kind of blocks that you want to add. There's a bunch of them inside the prefabs folder, inside the Unity Essentials folder, in your main assets folder in the project window. Okay, next, add and frame custom artwork. Okay, so in here, they have you make a quad 3D object. Then you import in an image from the internet or wherever and place that on the quad object. And you can adjust the size of it. And then duplicate that object to make a frame for it with the new material. So on my version over here, let me refresh that. You can see my custom artwork in the upper left corner right there, which is my own artwork, by the way. I made it in Blender. Yep. Yeah, Blender in the Octane render engine using a Vectron formula. Okay. Moving on, we got more things to try. After that, you'll be ready for your second quiz. Again, only 5 questions, covering all the main points of 3D Essentials. Okay. All right, we're at the end. Your weekly survey question. It's now a weekly survey question, not a daily survey, even though it says that. I need to change that. Would you rather be a master at every musical instrument or fluent in every language? Let me know. In the daily or weekly survey, I got to get used to saying that. Let me know in the weekly survey. Would you rather be a master at every musical instrument in the world or fluent in every language of the world? You think so, Emma? Why? Yeah, I would like you to put why also. Please put why in the survey. Why is that sticking? Okay, there it goes. Canvas is being chunky. Okay. And questions, yes. Every language. Even fictional ones. Harrison, even fictional ones. Like, I don't know, Klingon or even dead languages like Latin. Yeah. No, thank you. Ugly sounding language. Yes, you're also amazing at making beats and playing MIDI keyboards and Ableton launch pads, right? Those are still instruments. Those are still musical instruments. You're also amazing at cowbell, Everything from cowbell to Pro Tools. All right. I know that was a lot of information. If anybody has questions about any of the assignments, just come back to my desk. I'll help you.